Oh, good morning, everybody. It is Marvellous Monday with Mr. B. And we are talking all things reading hacks. Dun, dun, dun. So last week we mentioned that kids can get a little bored with reading sometimes. And they might develop some negative habits and live on those past experiences that reading is not an enjoyable thing. And that I can't read like everybody else does, and that I am in the bottom reading groups, and so they start to form these ideas that they can't, I won't, I hate, which you might hear verbalized. So we instead of reading with somebody at the same time, at the same place, in the same manner, if children aren't enjoying reading, it's my theory that we need to build that enjoyment back. And that's not necessarily done by doing the same things that they've done in the past that have led to those experiences. So, what does that mean? So instead of sitting down at the table and reading and saying things like, "Oh, Johnny, that's really good, but can we go over that again and let's try and read faster and more fluent." That's great, but they've heard it 10,000 times. And if things aren't changing, then we need to probably change it. So this week each day we're going to have a new reading hack that does things a little differently. Now, one of my favourites is for kids to read without that judgment. So they feel, a lot of them, and please don't think I know your child better than you, but a lot of kids feel judged, and they have that fear of failure and fear of letting someone down, like mum or the teacher or whoever. So one way to combat that is to have them read to an iPad. Now, this isn't an everyday activity. It's if they enjoy it, sure, do it more often. But grab an iPad, cut reading time in half. So if they read for 20 minutes, make it 10. If they read for 10 minutes, make it 5. And have them read their text, their book, hopefully one they enjoy, to the iPad and record it. Now, the fact that there's no adult figure there means there's no perceived judgment. So, and you know what anxiety does to the brain? If we're feeling, oh no, I've got to get this right, what's this word? This word was on the last page. That creates that anxiety and can shut down centers of the brain that in the, that fight or flight mode that we need to be reading. Look, she's getting sleepy. Oh, sleepy. So, yes, record it. Then, you've cut the time in half. Then get them to listen to themselves read while they follow along in the same text. Okay, so we get an iPad, they are recording their own reading, and then they are listening to it back and following along in the same text. What happens here is when we pick up on our own mistakes, that's a much more valuable tool than if someone tells us. Okay, so they'll listen to their fluency and they'll listen to their mistakes. They'll listen to if the sentence doesn't make sense. And they'll pick up on what they need to pick up on. It won't be the case of we're telling them, oh, that word was on the last page. If that didn't register with them, they're not going to learn it as well. So when they're picking up on their own, hang on, that didn't sound right. What was that word meant to be? They'll then check it themselves. All right, so that's a powerful little reading hack that you can use. It's very noisy, wasn't it? That you can use, and we'll have another cracker for you tomorrow. I hope you got something out of it. But yeah, grab an iPad. Doing things differently is what it's about, and getting some enjoyment back in reading. that's probably not one of the most enjoyable ones. We'll have some more for you tomorrow. All right. Bye for now, everybody. And if you've got any awesome reading hacks to bring enjoyment back to reading, please pop them underneath. And don't forget to join Tuesday's brain training online session. Bye for now.